switches.
Oh,
So
cool.
it's the wiring is on his backpack with the Arduino, and it goes all the way down to his feet. And there's switches on his feet. You want to show the switches?
Well, they're duct taped to his foot right now, so.
Okay.
We'll remove it later.
But it's 2 pieces of aluminum. You want to explain the counting?
Yeah, sure. Well, just to explain the switch, what we did is we took 2 pieces of cardboard and have aluminum foil on each end. And then we got these rubber bathroom mats that are, like a net shape. And so they're made of rubber, so all we had to do is like cut those off and put these sandwich them in between. So that when enough pressure is applied, the 2 pieces of tinfoil will connect.
Yeah. Oh, that's really smart.
Yeah. So it works really well. Well, it worked really well when we were pushing it.
Yeah.
But then the rubber was a little thick. Like it was just a bit thinner, or if we cut in different shapes, it probably would better. But the way the counting works is that.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
It's a really good technical idea. Yeah.
We had to make a few iterations of it.
What's that?
We had to make 2 iterations of it for it to actually work.
And it's a lot cheaper than buying an accelerometer. And I actually think it's more effective in a sense too. But we came into quite a bit of technical difficulties when actually programming the Arduino.
Yeah.
Because how Arduino works is that it runs in a loop and it cycles every single I don't know how many cycles it does a second, but if you don't give it a lot to do, it will cycle faster. And if you give it lots of time to do, then it will cycle slower. And so when Vincent is running faster,
it's counting.
It counts slow. It blinks slower.
That's interesting.
So it's kind of a drawback. But our original plan was to actually have a timer. So like every 10 seconds, every 10 loops, count how many steps Vincent has made. But then the problem with that was that it slowed down the system a lot, and if you try using floats or was it long integers, you can only upload a file that's 7 KB, and a float and a long integer just take up too much space. So we have no choice but to use integers. So it's limited from negative 32,000 to positive 32,000. So yeah, that was a drawback. So what we did instead was that every single time Vincent makes a step, it pluses 5 to a variable. And at the end of the loop, it minuses 1. So every single step he takes, it accumulates. But at the same time, if he doesn't move at all, Arduino will subtract from that variable. So it works in the same sense, but it's actually more effective.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's a good solution.
Yeah. So.
Oh, you guys, that's really great.
Yeah.
It's really nice. Are you getting this video? Because it's really beautiful in the dark. It's very effective with the black light.
Do you want to explain a bit about the hardware, Wayne?
Talk about the lights off.
Actually, hold on. We get the lights back on first.
Well, exercising is supposed to wake you up, so you'll be the only member of your team awake. Oh, nice.
No, actually, here's where everything happens.
Oh.
So these ones are all the pairs or the LEDs, and these are the foot switches.
Right.
And the foot switches is actually running down his pant legs onto the bottom.
It's like
They're
not bad.
Should we turn off for a second?
Sure, it doesn't matter. Okay.
So what we did was actually we made it so that we could remove it easily as a set. So we can just play around with the programming whenever we had to fix the wiring.
And you documented all this. These ideas you're telling me, and the reasons why, etc. You've got those because, like, for example, even this what you're saying now is really.
Where's the projector? Alright.
It's on our website.
Yeah.
Before we actually made a complete backpack because our old idea was to have the fans.
Right.
Starting
I remember
house.
that. Yeah.
But we realized that.
I know the fact. I mean, I suspected some of that stuff's quite tricky to actually physically get working. But you know what, you guys? I mean, one of the things I really liked about this project is that I suspected some of that mechanical stuff might be quite difficult to do, but you had an opportunity to really, not a lot of people actually have the opportunity to physically prototype a number of different things, and I think that's I really do think that's really cool that you guys were able to do that, because it's really an aspect of a kind of part of the design process. So you're one of the few projects, and it's because of the difficulty, because of the physical difficulty of actually trying to get it to work.
You couldn't wait till the very last minute and try and build. You had to start building at the beginning.
Yeah, and actually you had to see which of those ideas physically would actually work well enough. So, and the light movement is very effective. I mean, you know, given your original concept, it does
Still portray it.
It still portrays it, and it holds it just as effectively. So that's really, really neat to actually see various physical explorations that might be very difficult in their physical output, but that are actually still working on this particular kind of an idea. That's really cool. And I'm quite a fan of exploring motion to begin with. So yeah.
If you look at the projector, these are actually some of the prototype demos that we did. Oh no, that's not what I want you to do.
Oh, game over.
That works.
App.
Okay, so this is Vincent running, and
We need
this is one of the
Great, you guys!
Yeah.
I love it. That's really good.
And so
oh, that's cool.
one of the things we realized
Funny.
that you have to.
I didn't realize you could take yourself doing that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, let's see the other one.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we tried it in
These are
different
the good ones.
conditions, and different environments.
Oh,
So
that's
one was
cool.
indoors and outdoors. And obviously it was better when it was outdoors, right?
Yeah, that's
more,
neat. Yeah.
more wind and such. But where's the one with the? Oh, here we should show.
Oh my gosh, there we go.
So this is what the one that we made out of the plastic that Jin sold. And you know, this is when we started to realize, you know, this
isn't gonna quite work.
This isn't gonna work, and we don't have enough air flowing through it. So. Yeah.
Unless you could kind of attach it to an airplane.
Well, we found that we tried hooking it to a fan, a computer PC fan that's high powered, and it did blow enough air, but it would kind of swamp it.
Yeah.
You know. And
But you know, it's a very nice looking object. I mean, the thing about that material is that it's nice looking, and you could have had it stationary with a fan, but then that wasn't your idea, so.
And we also thought about actually doing two. Well, it was basically a tube, right, like this. And what we had thought about doing is having two tubes connected and having LEDs in between them, sandwiched in between, so hopefully enough air to hold it up.
Right.
But yeah, we realized that it's just the LEDs are too heavy because the wire would be too heavy as well. So we were just like, scrap, you know, gotta think of something else, and that's when we came up with the suit.
Yeah, nice. Can I see a little?
Oh, I think I'll put it back on.
Oh, neat. So actually, the backpack idea is quite nice too.
I like the way you fabricated it.
Yeah, I mean, it actually.
Without the bottom part, you can actually just remove it quite easily, but because of the foot switches.
Yeah.
Oh, hands-on.
Foot switches, that was a really nice idea.
It solves a lot of problems.
Yeah.
Makes it a lot more simple.
But it's a unified
So
idea.
there's the first, we're just making the first.
This is the first backpack.
The big pack.
Yeah, the big one. And on the top, we actually left two big holes for the air and the fabric to come out, and then we would have the fans on the bottom.
Yeah.
And then it would open up, kind of like how this one opens up.
Yeah.
So we can change whatever is easier. It look like
So rocket chair backpack.
And then for
I'm just really I'm so happy to see just like a number of different physical prototypes. It was great.
And then this was sort of a belt strap that was adjustable, just made out of cardboard for us to throw it in. And this is the fans that we bought. We found that even the largest fan wouldn't push enough air through even just one little
Yeah, and they take a lot of.
Energy.
Yeah, they do.
And the noise level as well for the faster fans. It kind of. It wasn't
It
going with the
detracts from the experience.
Go back.
Wow, that's a huge fan.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So different types of. You want to talk about this? This is pretty much overview. The UV stuff.
Yeah. So we, the whole streaking thing. Even our logo, it represents, or it has that, that color, that green. So we started playing around with fluorescent lighting and UV light. That one right there is just highlighter. Oops.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that one right there is just highlighter, so we began to experiment some more. And the final one's actually just fluorescent spray paint. And it kind of gave it a sort of, different texture.
It's got a little bit of a street feel.